Now we review Stranger Things Season 4, Chapter 8, Papa. Glad it's not my Papa. He looks like Santa Claus and he's really, really dirty. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I last night watched the second to last chapter out of Season 4 of Stranger Things. I believe Season 5 is a confirmed thing, so there's that. And of course, this episode is primarily build-up. Alright, so before I get into that, let me remind you that for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that, so comment, like, and subscribe. Now let's talk about Stranger Things. Well, okay, so Hopper, why can I not get his name right? Hopper has owned some Russians, and he's coming home, or at least we think. Elle is getting her powers back, and the rest of the gang have seen the light and are building up their stockpile of weapons to face Vecna. Alright, so yeah, good episode, except there are a few problems. And one of them being, if you knew Demigorgons existed, why would you not be, already stocked up on? I mean, we've seen that previously, that Nancy has a few firearms, but clearly they were not firearms large enough to take on a Demigorgon, for one. And for two, what you would really want in this situation that they're going into is a flamethrower. And I know that, I live in California and flamethrowers aren't a common thing, but you do know that in other states, flamethrowers are commonly used to clear brush. So they do have access to flamethrowers. Being that that's something they can do. So, I mean, I guess this is more of a minor complaint and Story's got a story, but I'm just saying, if I lived in a universe where Demigorgons existed and I might come across one, I would probably be out there training and beefing myself up and being ready to fight. It's just one of those things. You can't just go on with your life as a regular teenager once you've had your eyes open to that. Yeah. It's just one of those things. I mean, this, look, again, I'm a Jew, and I have read a few works on, people who survived the Holocaust, and most of them that did, that not only did they, one, say, yeah, I'm going to be the master of my own destiny, that's how you survive, but afterwards, they always had something in the back of their mind saying, it might happen again, so you better be ready. So that's a complaint I have for this. And then there's the other kind of complaint, is when you look at Elle there, I mean, apparently before the story of Stranger Things, before we meet her, she was much more powerful, and then, she's coming back towards that power. But, when you realize that this woman is powerful enough to rip a hole in reality itself, yeah, it starts to beg some questions why military guys at all are any kind of trouble. Like, why you got a nosebleed there, sweetheart? You should be able to, fling that thing into the sun. Yeah. So yeah, look, I mean, again, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. There were a few problems with it. One other thing I did not care for is, the outfit they got Elle in. Again, she is of age, old enough to be hot, but she's playing a 14-year-old, so far as I'm aware. And it's like, I wouldn't call it cheeky, but it kind of shows off her figure a little bit. And it's a little weird how it does that. And then, I don't see why we need to have all those shots from behind showing, Elle's derriere. Again, one of the issues that has come up with the actress Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11, is that she felt overly sexualized, which, again, I've seen some interviews with her, and I felt that the outfit she was wearing at that age was kind of overly sexualized, so I see that, you know? And again, the age of the character is important. So, did not care for that personally. Now again, maybe it doesn't bother you, maybe I'm overreacting, but I'm just saying, you know, how we shoot things, how we direct focus is important. And it's much like, say, Natalie Portman in The Professional. There were these, you know, would-be sexy scenes, and it's like, you know, yeah, you're supposed to feel kind of creeped out by that because she's trying to be a woman when she isn't. She's been aged by her life, not by time. And, you know, there's a certain trauma to that. And it's part of the conflict of the story. So, yeah, you know, but in Stranger Things, it's like, did that have a purpose? Remember, the director is in control of everything. So, you know, that suit is something he had designed. And he could have said, you know, I don't like it, do this to it, or I don't like it, do that to it, or whatever have you. Or we could have shot, you know, this particular scene from further away so it wasn't, you know, as emphasized on the derriere. Or we could have even, you know, shot it from the waist up or things like that. So again, personally, as a filming choice, that brought me out of it. Right? Again, maybe it won't bother you. But, given the history of the actress, I did feel that was in poor taste. You know? Again, enjoyed this episode quite a bit, except for those sort of minor points. And they are minor points. They really are. I mean, you know, movie's got a movie, or TV's got a TV in this case, or streaming's got a streaming in this case. But again, you know, getting up there, I'm stoked for the last episode. It is going to be an awesome collision of forces, and it looks to really, really be powerful. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. I, of course, am Richard.
Alright, humans. Randall the Rat here, and you can see I'm sporting some bling. I'm reminding you to comment, like, and subscribe so that Richard, the man that owns this channel, can buy this bling. And why would you do that? Because each one of these necklaces is from the Conqueror. And they represent 5 trees. 5 glorious trees that are full of birds and worms and other things that I love to eat, that Richard has paid to have planted. Yes, that's right. He walks, he buys these, they plant trees. So all you have to do is comment, like, and subscribe so Richard can afford to go places where he walks, where he can get medals like this and plant trees, and you could have a better, greener world. Isn't that worth it? So, lazy human on that computer, comment, like, and subscribe. Better world for you, better world for me, and maybe I won't eat your face! Randall out.